Wake up! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the one, the only, Time Archive. It is one heck of a week it's been, but we are here. We are live. Unfortunately, Steve can't make it for whatever reason. He's probably hibernating for 22 years. It is what it is. But, I'm here to discuss Kamen Rider Kiva, episodes 33 through 30. Stuff happens in 2008, yet so little happens in 1986. So we're just gonna go through the 1986 stuff real fast. So where we left off in 1986, Maya was being attacked by Ricky, and she fought him off. He got his butt kicked. He fled. And when she turns back into her human form, who was there to witness it? None other than our man Otoya. That's right. The cat's out of the bag, or should I say the pearl is out of the shell. He now knows that Maya was a Fangire all along. I'm not 100% sure if they made it very clear that she's the queen of Fangires or if she's just some random Fangire, but she's here, the cat's out of the bag. And interestingly enough, Toy takes it pretty well. It's like, what? You're a bunch of monsters. Well, from our point of view, the humans are the monsters. Touche. That makes sense. And I love how nonchalant Toy is, but he's also kind of used to it because he's met the Frog Fangire, he's met the Octopus Fangire, he's met a Wolfen, a Merman, a Franken. If you count the movie, he met Legendora in the future. So a lot of the stuff doesn't really bother him. And I like that. they established that he's used to it. But also, it's kind of funny how he says it. It's like, why is it that everyone I meet turns out to be a monster? Because honestly, this is the kind of stuff that happens to Wataru of all people. So yeah, no, that's kind of sad. But I'm glad that we have Maya to put him in his place. From this point all the way through episode 35, not much really happens. They just spend those 3 episodes just working on building a violin together. That's literally all they do together, and it's fine. It's fine. Totally cool. Because you got that slow burn of them building the Bloody Rose together, which gives us more time to focus on the 2008 storyline. Problem is, I like the 1986 storyline better than the 2008 storyline, so so because we only have because we spent these 3 episodes just focusing on the just because we spent all these episodes focusing on them building the violin together, there isn't much in the way of Fangires that appear in this episode. If we're being honest, we only technically get 2 of them if we include the Queen Fangire. So, yeah. So, I don't think we went over the Fangire designs for Queen, so let's get right into it. So, the Queen Fangire obviously is a pearl shell, and her and her bird motif is that of a flamingo. She has two of them on the suit in her shoulders that make her that form her chest. Like, it's really difficult to notice right away, but basically the two necks just sort of go, just like wrap around her and face in the opposite direction. The other Fangai that appears in this cluster of episode 1986 is just the Rat Fangayer. So going right into that, the Rat Fangayer has a crow which sits on top of its head. It's actually pretty straightforward. I kind of like the design. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's like, for all we know or care, maybe you could have just called it a crow Fangayer, because the rat's head looks very much like a crow head, and there's all there is to it. So you may as well just call it a crow Fangayer, called it a day, ended right there. But then again, the motif of the Fangayers is just mammals, reptiles, fish, insects. So between those four categories, there's really nowhere to put a crow Fangayer, and they all have a bird motif. But at that point, you may as well just do away with the hidden bird motif and just make it a fifth category, you know. Yeah, so there's that. And yeah, that's all there is to it, you know. Yeah, give me one quick second. But yeah, so that's all there is to it. And of course, you got Yuri being super jealous about the whole. We have Yuri being super jealous about this whole situation because he was supposed to be my boyfriend. Why is he hanging out with that woman? And of course, they do finally like put a prayer onto the violin in order to christen it the Bloody Rose. And then in episode 36, they finally have a concert like he promised. And that's where we get that one song that brings me to tears. We're going to put on that, but it makes me want to cry. And all that Yuri could do is just lash out, try to fight the Rat Fangayer, and she couldn't do anything about it because she's just, basically, she's in Nago mode. And you never want to be Nago mode. So there's that. So, you know, that's everything you need to know about 1986 side of these four episodes. So I'm going to like use Castle Dorn to teleport. I'm going to teleport Steve 22 years back in time to help me out with the analysis on this timeline of these four episodes. So,
Your Honor, I object to this matrimony. I object. I object on this bed of pearls.
You went 22 years back in time just to object to a wedding.
That we haven't even gotten there yet, but I still object.
Yeah.
On the grounds that this is just pure shenaniganery.
Yeah, it's like, damn, you have home wrecking on so many levels.
Home wrecking, this isn't even, I don't even know what you would call this.
Well, it's kind of interesting because you got Yuri, the wholesome girl that you should marry but doesn't understand you, while you got Maya, the toxic girlfriend that does get you. It's like Shakespeare if you think about it, because you got Anne Hathaway and then you got the Dark Lady. So,
well, yeah, no, but I mean but really, it's all kind of in Yuri's mind in a way, because it's like, I mean, I know some people could be like, oh, they're just making a violin. They're just, yeah, but do you not see how Maya is looking at Otoya as they're making this violin? Like, that isn't someone just helping you make a violin. This is someone who is like in love with you making said violin.
it's like that scene from Ghost where it's like she's got
Mhm.
her arms wrapped around him. It's
She got the
like take
potter's
my
wheel and
breath
everything. And it's like,
away.
no, he's not just helping her make a pot, okay? He's gonna do other things, all right? That's what that
Yeah,
means.
yeah, he's gonna.
And
Yeah,
poor Yuri.
he's gonna pull at. She's gonna pull at his violin strings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
But
yeah,
poor Yuri. I felt for Yuri in this one,
yeah,
and not in a side-eye kind of disappointing way for once.
yeah. It's like
I
it's
was,
more like she was done dirty here in general. It's
yeah,
like
and this is the part again where many people have said, especially with Otoya, it's like, what? Where did
yeah.
this come from? What happened? He was obsessed with Yuri, and now it's like, uh,
Off to the side.
yeah. And
You're
again,
you're no you're no different from the Mothman guy.
we're gonna get to it, but he kind of, someone asks Otoya this question as well, and he's kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what? Again, yeah, I'm there with you guys. I'm like, wait, what? What?
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
even all these years watching this show, it's still, I'm like, where did this Chad? Well, I mean, you always have been a Chad, Otoya, but just God, it's like a switch flipped on him, and I'm like, you know what? There's a reason why you became Kazumi later on in life. Because
Yeah.
this is the part where we really want to kill you, but we remember that you're going to be Kazumi in a couple of years later, so we
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah.
We
No.
cannot.
Yeah. No. We cannot. I mean, your own destruction is for yourself to make. So
Mm.
there's that. But yeah, yeah. Like I will say this, it does feel a little bit wasted where it's like he spends the entire first half of the show, 24 episodes. You could say, oh, it's just the first arc, but no,
And a
consider
movie.
the movie. You spent the entire first arc, heck, first arc plus a few extra episodes. So it's more than 50% of the entire season chasing
Hell,
after this girl just to
mm,
just as quick, like
bye, And the thing is that oh my God, it's just so messed up for me to say. I'm like, well, at least he didn't go with something that wasn't like, how sometimes they do shows and whatnot where it's like the guy or the girl leaves someone for someone else, and then you're just standing there like, you left so and so for that.
yeah.
I mean, I'm like, well, but technically it's not really. I mean, I don't know. It's like technically nothing has actually happened with them
Yet.
yet. Nothing yet. But it's kind of
Yeah.
like he's like,
It's a
oh,
slow burn.
yeah. I'm like, oh, Toya, shut your fucking mouth. You're like, you're already like you got that look on your face like you're already at home base. No, you're not. You haven't
Yeah.
even gone up to the mound yet, man. But hell, who am I to? Also, very hypocritical of Maya, being that she is the queen and what her whole role has been up to
Yeah.
this point. Like, what the? I mean, again, years watching
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show,
yeah,
and
yeah.
still,
It's like Death Note. It's like one thing to be Ryuk and say humans are so interesting, but it's another thing to be Gallus where you're straight up like writing down the name of a serial killer because you've been simping for Misa Amane.
yeah, yeah. And it's just like, wait, why? Just why? Like, why? Although I did love I mean, sad but funny at the same time that we had a Yuri Megumi moment with it went from super sad and dramatic to just being comedic just because Megumi, baby, I love you, but man, did you just kill the momentum here.
Yeah.
I'm crying for your mom and I'm thinking you're crying for your mom, but in actuality you gained a pound.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, and she's bawling.
Mhm. Well, actually, no. She gained a kilogram, which is
not even a pound.
Yeah,
it's not even.
No. 45 kilograms is 100 pounds. So actually, you know what? Yeah, I could just say like
is it like
kilogram to pounds?
Like 8 pounds? Pretty much, it's like not even. Like it's not even anything for like. No, that's not even
2.2 pounds. She gains 2.2 pounds.
With all that she ate and all she's gained is 2.2 pounds. Man, I love you, honey, but shut the fuck up. With all that you eat, I'm like, you only gained 2 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this based on what we saw at the end of
me
episode.
To the Golden Corral, you're gonna have to wheelbarrow my ass out. I'm like, nope. I think I just gained another person.
Yeah, I'll say this. When we saw like things that happened in episode 28, we sort of already knew that Otoya was going to leave Maya. No, he's gonna leave Yuri for Maya, but
which came
out of nowhere. The question is when and how.
It's like, well, no, even the why could be asked because it's just like, wait, where did this all come from? Where did this? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to summarize, as I can't remember who said it, Alice Cooper, Aerosmith, or the Ramones, but one of those three groups has said 3 magic words that could summarize this process: hot for teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially in this type of genre that we're in.
Yeah. Oh, Van Halen. Wow, I was way off the mark.
Oh, it was Van Halen?
Van Halen, yeah.
Okay, that
Boy, was off the mark. To be fair, I only know like 5 Van Halen songs. But I know a lot of people that only know one specific song, and it's not the one you're thinking of. Well, it might be one that you and I might be thinking of, but not one that a general person who doesn't watch Power Rangers would be thinking
Even so, I'm like, wait, Van Halen. Well, I'm just like, well, yeah, no, that's true. But again, Van Halen's one of those bands that like you don't know it's them until someone tells you it's them because they had that very generic sound that it could have been one of 2 other bands at the time. It's kind of it's kind of like remember in the 2000s that Green Day was super big, and next thing you know, you had a bunch of Green Day clones running around. And it's like, is that Green Day? It's like, no, it's not Green Day. That's whatever the hell that one-hit wonder band is. But anyway.
Yeah, no, when I was a kid, I thought REO Speedwagon was a modern band just because Britney Spears... No, wait, hold on, let me explain. Because Britney Spears name drops them in that Robot Chicken skit from Enter the Fat One, where it's like, you killed my band. No, I didn't kill NSYNC. I killed REO Speedwagon. What? Looks like I have unfinished business with REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
So like I thought REO Speedwagon was a modern band. Turns out they weren't. They're like from 70s or 80s.
No, you know, it's crazy. I mean, just like, before we get back on topic, one of my nieces actually recently discovered Ozzy Osbourne. Like Ozzy himself. And but the thing is that she was like, wow, this guy's really good. But why did he start his career so late? I'm like, excuse me? Like, yeah, he's like a grandpa, but he's like a fucking rock star. And I'm like,
actually, it'd be funny if that was the story.
I'm like, honey, you're gonna have to talk to your mom and dad about that one, but that would be one hell of a story. Be like, wow.
Yeah, it's like Breakdance Dad. I don't know if you've heard that story, but
yeah. I have heard about it, but
we're not gonna go into a tangent talking about the whole story. Like, like if you want to learn more about Breakdance Dad, just go watch Abba and Preach. But like, or Pegasus, I don't know. But like the point is, like, imagine if we actually have an example of that happening. Christopher Lee. He started a metal band at 80.
At 80, yeah. And for those who don't know, yeah, Christopher Lee recorded a couple of metal albums. No joke. And and I've heard it, and it sounds amazing.
He had the best cover of My Way I've ever heard, and believe me, I've heard so many. Yeah, it's the most overplayed Frank Sinatra song.
Yeah.
But you know who else Christopher Lee played? Dracula, who was a vampire, which is what the show's about.
It's about it's romance and vampires, better than Twilight. Yeah.
Better than Twilight.
And oh, wait, we gotten to that point that that Wataru and Taiga have like rekindled their friendship. They've gone, and Taiga tells Wataru that he wants to introduce him to his fiance.
Yeah, he mentions that he has
a fiance, which is like, oh, do tell.
It's relatively new. We only met recently.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, no, it's like, no, but I don't want to impose, as Wataru is, and it's like, oh god, you know who it is, man. We know who it is, and it's just like, again, I'm like, insert either the classic soap opera music, the dramatic soap opera, or the dramatic Spanish soap opera music, because it's just like, yeah, I'm like,
Californians.
I'm like, really? And of course, Taiga's just oblivious. I don't know. I'm like, I thought Wataru had a light bulb loose, but no, apparently Taiga. Yeah, it's like you haven't gotten it. It's just like, and again, here is our boy Wataru just, just play My Chemical Romance in the bath, and then Nago comes in and bathes with him. That was something for the ladies right there. But just like, and then Mio shows up again.
Let's go to the part. Let's go to the part where Taiga invites Wataru to meet his fiance.
I mean, he goes to the bathroom, which I was like, that's not a good sign. No, I wish that she just walked up. I wish she had just walked up instead of the whole thing like he leaves and then dramatic look up and see who it is. It's just like, come on, we saw
honestly, that. Part of me half expected they're gonna do a whole a reverse 2 dates routine, like that routine in sitcoms that never works, where it's like where you end up asking 2 people on date at the same time, and you feel too guilty to cancel either one of them, so you keep running back and forth on the 2 dates. This is basically a reverse of that, where the 2 dates are showing up, and one of them conveniently leaves before the other one comes back. I was expecting they would double down on that, where it's like Wataru leaves for the bathroom, and then Mio shows up, and then it's like, and then she conveniently has to leave for some reason as soon as Wataru starts coming back. It's like, thankfully, no. They nipped that in the bud. They nipped that in the bud.
No, let's get down to it. Like this relationship has been watery. Now it's getting worse because
turns around. It's like,
that dramatic. Like, again, look at that scene and how they made it. There's no dramatic music, but the way they filmed it, like the multiple slow motion, $1 Million Man,
it's like time speeds up around them.
Yeah, it's just and then it's just the dramatic oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, see, kids. This is the difference between a healthy relationship and a toxic relationship.
Yeah. No, please.
In a healthy relationship, when you meet your significant other, time slows down around you. In a toxic relationship, it speeds up.
Yeah.
So when Otoya and Maya met, time stopped. When Wataru met Mio, time sped up.
No joke. Mio is seriously this is a good example of don't date or don't pursue this person. This type of person, don't pursue them, because, Mio, what the fuck good are you on either side? You don't love Wataru. because apparently your whole thing, and you know who Wataru is. But then you're like, with Taiga, like, I don't want to do what you do and blah blah blah, and it's like just making excuses. I'm like, do you or don't you? Do you or don't you? I know you were arranged, you were betrothed, technically, and it's like, what? Okay, make up your damn mind, because again, I know. Well, again, not much is going on, my side, but it's like, you even confront a somewhat important person and ask them why you need to do it, if you could stop.
Yeah,
Quit.
Yeah. I will say this: there is a bit of a comedy relief that honestly makes me groan in anxiety, because there's a powder keg. Let's be honest, it's a powder keg, and it's like Wataru's like being depressed at the cafe, and then Taiga walks in. It's like, hey, what's wrong with him? Oh, a girl he likes left him for some other guy. He's like, Wataru, my childhood best friend. Your girlfriend
stupid.
left for some other guy. She must be some.
She's stupid. She doesn't deserve you, and whoever she's with is a fucking loser. I'm like,
it's like part of me is like trying to imagine Wataru's like, it's like, Taiga called himself a moron. He's not aware of it.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, when Shizuka finds out, she's like, she wasn't good for you anyways. Yeah, but you'll find the right woman eventually. Who knows? Maybe she'll be where you would least expect. Maybe someone close to you. Maybe with a statutory age gap. Who knows? I'm like, no,
darling. You know what? No. I love you, but no. I would put a ring on you right now. I would put a ring on you, but back then, no.
It's like who Shizuka. What do I look like? Debbie Gallagher? Really? You think but just because I'm a redhead, it doesn't mean I'm Debbie Gallagher.
But Shizuka got really, really mad when she found out. Like, literally grabbed Mio and was like, get the fuck out of my house, you two-timing slut. I was like, damn, girl! I'm like, going for the fucking hair. I'm like, wow. It's like, get out. Yeah. Get out. You don't deserve him. I'm like, no, she really doesn't.
Watcher's like, look, Shizuka, I appreciate you being supportive, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to date my 14-year-old mom.
Yeah, what? Yeah, you know what? Save that for the doujinshi. Save that for later. Just don't. Although, yeah, also, and it's just, goddamn, just, it's really dramatic on Wataru's side. As for Otoya, it's dramatic in the way of like, you're like, it's drama, but not like Wataru level of drama right now.
Yeah,
like everyone's getting mad and upset while like things are just slowly like crumbling. It's all our lives, but in a tokusatsu. This is where some people have said that they kind of lose interest, because like, I came to see a superhero show, not some fucking drama. I'm like, is that not what Kamen Rider sometimes is? Is a drama?
I mean, don't you recall how Daisuke lost his entire Incan village to a 10-faced god? We're not gonna pretend that that Kisuke was shot and almost killed by his own fiancée, for his dad to just like save his life by transplanting his own organs and giving him an underwater breathing apparatus, like he's like a cyborg ghoul from Tokyo Ghoul, except it's still a cyborg. And then his dad uploads his own mind into a computer, says, oh yeah, if you're ever feeling lonely, like you can always come back to this underwater base to like vent your feelings. I'm here for you. Only for the second episode him to be like, humans don't like me because I'm a cyborg. You know what, son? You solve your own problems. I'm going to get some robotic cigarettes. And then blows up the underwater base.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's my point being is that so many Kamen Rider shows and even Sentai, Ultraman, and all that stuff, they've had these moments too. So I'm just like, where do people get turned off by Kiva because of the romance and the drama that's going on? You know,
like,
especially
I
since
understand. Yeah, go ahead.
no, especially like since these cluster of 4 episodes. Again, like we have said before in the past reviews, 86 is where it's going down.
Yeah.
That's where it's going down right now. In terms of like 08, it's like not so much. It's kind of like all our children, but I'm like no one's getting it. Even the Fangires are not like promoting much in 08 right now. So
it's like when I was younger watching the show, like I prefer the 2008 side because that's where you actually had the titular Kamen Rider and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like when you get old, but like at some point there was that switch where it's like, the 1986 stuff is kind of more interesting now. And then upon the rewatch of 2018, 2019, and then the rewatch of these last couple of months, it's like, honestly, I'm just completely invested in the 1986 stuff, not so much in the 2008 stuff. Sure, I like Wataru, like learning to start playing a musical instrument with Kengo. Don't get me wrong.
But what? Speaking of, what happened? What happened to Kengo? It's like
he's trying too hard to be Dick Grayson.
I'm like, chill the fuck out, buddy. Like, what the heck? I mean, I know I didn't like you before when you were like trying to be like, you know, like an extra on TM Revolution, but wow. I was like, wait, is that Jiro? Like, no, he's too young to be Jiro. I was like, whoa, Kengo. Again, forgot that he totally like just like cut his hair and became like Mr. like more serious than Nago. Like, can you honestly believe that Nago was getting like pushed around and even stepped on by Kengo?
Yeah. What's even crazier is that it's like they invested entire 2-minute conversation on his accent. It's like wait, he's from Tokyo? I thought he was from Kansai. No, he's from Tokyo, but he was really shy, so he used the Kansai accent in order to look tougher. But now that he's tougher for real, he no longer needs the Kansai accent. I'm like, it's like
I'm like, damn, director, really? Okay.
Isn't like I thought Hiroshima had the tougher accent.
I don't know. I kind of look like Jiro was the tough guy in this one, but I'm like, well, we got to give a present to Jiro, I guess.
Yeah. Before we go into that, we may as well talk about the fan guy that only appeared in episode 33 and nothing else. Oh yeah, the butler died. We already know about the butler. He's a moose. He's got ostrich hands. Who cares? Let's talk about the tortoise Fangire. So he's a nerd. He almost got attacked by Mio in the previous episode. He's like, why can't Fangires take humans? I don't know what. Run!
Beats the hell out of me, and she actually gives them a chance to get away. She's like, just go. But of course, you know, Taiga shows up, and he actually has revealed that he has the king emblem on his on the top of his hand. A very G Gundam place to put the crest of the king.
Yeah,
you know?
except they're chests instead of cards.
It's chests instead of cards.
Yeah,
but
so this dude. So what I love about this dude? Okay, first of all, let's talk about the bird motif. He's basically a chicken, like it's basically 2 chicken faces on the sides of his head. So much like with the rat Fangire, it's like, it may as well just be a chicken Fangire with the hood on.
I mean, looking at it, it was very turtle-esque. He was very turtly. So I was
Is
just
he
like,
turtle enough for the turtle club?
yeah,
Fangire.
yeah. That's kind of like I was like, yeah, no, he's definitely a turtle. He's definitely. I mean, the whole foreshadowing to Kamen Rider O's because his motif was putting
Yeah.
the shield together, and it's like
Yeah.
that's an O's combo right there. So like, there's
Yeah.
your inspiration.
Urakawani.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's your inspiration later on for O's right there.
Yeah.
But
And so
yeah,
this guy is not only in love with the human, but he's also making technology that helps human evolution. So if it wasn't bad enough, you got the queen coming for you. You also got
yeah,
the king coming for you.
that's yeah. You're a dead man at that point.
It's like imagine if Jiro was a Fangire, where it's like, oh, he fell in love with Yuri. He's helping. He's helping her do field testing on Ixa, and he just happens to be wearing sunglasses on a Tuesday while holding onto a skateboard. So now you have 3 members of the Checkmate 4 coming after you. You know,
Yeah,
if Lion was still alive.
yeah. It's a good thing he's not anymore.
How
But
unlucky.
yeah, but yeah, he winds up getting taken out by the king because again, Mio is having her
Doubts.
like her doubts and her existential crisis about like what it is, or I don't even want to be queen. So why should I? I don't want this. It's like, well, you kind of drew the long stick there. So
Yeah. Yeah, even when she meets Maya way later into this cluster of episodes, who
mhm.
apparently is still alive but doesn't have her powers anymore. By the way,
Yeah.
girl, you still look good 22 years later. Just saying.
Do they? I mean, honestly, do these Fangires even age at all? It's kind of like their human forms just stay the same. But I'm
Yeah.
like, Maya, well, what she did, I'm like, well, what happens to the queen if she breaks her own rule? Can't really kill herself. Not yet, but
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is, and but yeah, so like Mio's is constantly conflicted. It's like, what to do? Taiga! What to do? Taiga! What to do? Taiga! And it's like, it's so annoying. And
it's
like
so
Wataru's being cold and
bad.
distant. Like, Wataru, why are you being cold and distant? Don't you know I love you? I love Taiga. I love him too, okay? Like, I didn't even know how
You
to tell
think
you this.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about this whole thing. Um Apparently, going back and rewatching this, apparently your whole Mio, you were with Taiga from the very beginning, even before he was actually shown.
Yeah.
So you were already in a relationship with him, and
Yeah.
yet you still decided not well. Technically, you did pursue it, Mio. You did with our boy Wataru, even though you were already betrothed in a relationship with Taiga. Before we even saw him, you were already, that's why you were kind of like, you were sneaking. You were that bitch. I'm
Yeah.
like, I care about you, Wataru. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Quit
You do.
leading our boy on.
Yeah,
Just
you
stop.
are, and it's one of those things that you think Wataru. Again, I give this whole thing to my friends, young and old. I'm like, if you have a chance with a girl, whatever it may be, and we're hanging out, I demand you go with the girl and then come back later. All right. The whole
Yeah.
bros over hoes thing, I think, is the most BS thing because I mean, your friends are gonna like support you no matter what. I would be like, I appreciate you taking the time, but you're telling me you have a chance to go score, run the bases, get going.
Yeah, I would
And
say the
Wataru
one time.
is
What?
literally that.
Yeah.
He is bros over hoes. He is not gonna screw over Taiga.
Yeah. See, I see. Like the only time I would be permissive of like friends get in the way of their friend going through with the relationship is if it was a confirmed, I mean, you have to confirm this ahead of time, a John and Yoko thing where the girlfriend is forcing you to spend more time with her instead of giving you the freedom to choose your friends once in a while, or be you have them in moderation, because like, okay, I get it, sometimes your three best friends and your one girlfriend might not get along all the time, so you might have to spend time together separately. But the thing is, if either party forces you to spend exponentially more time with them instead of the other party without respecting your needs and boundaries that you need to be with both parties.
Basically, don't be with a controlling person.
Yeah, don't be with a saboteur.
Yeah, because I'm just like, no, dude, go. But Wataru is total bros over hoes. He's not gonna do Taiga dirty like that. Even though Mio's like, I care for you, and it's like, no, you don't. We know that you like Taiga. Taiga's the best. He's not slandering him. He's not backstabbing him. Yeah. He's not anything. Wataru is one of the bros. He is not giving up. He's not going to give up his best friend. I
remember there was a skit where like you got a bunch of guys in the bar, and it's like for every two guys, they're both the wingman. It's like normally you have like one ace, one wingman, but like here it's like they're both wingmen. It's like no. I'll you should go with my friend. No. You should go out with my friends. It's like no. It's like if you're both the wingman, if you're both the ace, neither of you's gonna get the girl. If you're both the wingman, neither of you's gonna get the girl. You have to make it very clear who's the ace, who's the wingman.
Yeah. And obviously that's what Wataru is, just being a good friend right now. And Mio is just garbage. Just stop, Mio. Just stop.
Yeah, and it's very frustrating to deal with. Also, we do get a reveal of Bishop's Fangire form, which is the Swallowtail. Which is a butterfly.
It's pretty much like they just took Rook's body and swapped the faces. I think that's exactly what they did. Because I know like that. Well, I think like Rook had like two gooses or whatever, but it still looked like the same head. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you this: the bird motif is a lot more obvious for this one compared to almost all the past Fangires, but I do like how the bishop's face kind of looks like a Roman centurion.
Yeah. But still, it kind of just they took like Lion's head and look and just kind of just changed the faces.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it as much, but if that were the case, I wouldn't be surprised because we never see both Fangire forms shown in the same episode, so
yeah,
But
just seeing that was actually pretty cool, but still,
but yeah. So in episodes 34 and 35, there's like a human scientist that's experimenting on Fangires, transferring Fangire abilities onto this one girl, Kaede.
And he's part of Blue Sky.
Yeah, and even like the head of Blue Sky is like, hey man, like what you're doing, that's unethical, even for us. We need you to stop. Get some help.
But he still kept going. He's like, no.
Have you ever heard of Frankenstein? Have you ever read Mary Shelley? I'm not talking about Ricky over there. I'm talking about Mary Shelley.
This was like our mad scientist throughout it, because it's not that he's trying to make Ixa or anything else. He is just experimenting, like, what if I just get Fangires and then bleed them into this one, which this Fangire is a female, and she's becoming. Well, did it ever? I mean, it never really was brought up. Like, so what happens when a Fangire attacks another Fangire? I mean, is it kind of like the Hollows or like the Heartless, where they just grow in strength from consuming another of their own kind? Or
Seems like something that the bishop should take care of.
yeah, that's kind of like, if that is the case, then what stops one Fengar from attacking so many that the consumption of their powers would be that would, like, I don't know, wouldn't that kind of disrupt the balance of what you guys are trying to keep?
Yeah, it's like the only other two instances we've ever really seen one Fangire attack another Fangire is either A, when the queen executes crossbreeding Fangires, or literally the one boar dude who was like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna kill a bunch of humans so I could fight the king. Of course, he never gets a chance, but
I mean, like, yeah, but it's
the
like,
intent was there. Yeah.
yeah, is it like, is that, I mean, I would assume that would be a thing, like Fangires absorbing other Fangires to make them stronger. It's like, wouldn't that mean, I mean, yeah, couldn't that also be what Kiva's doing with Castle Dora? Like, he kind of collects the souls. So
also, I'm wondering, is Castle Doran sort of like a natural predator to Fangires? Because we don't really know much about its like habitats and behaviors beyond it can hide inside office buildings and it eats the souls of Fangires and it has the power of time travel. But it's like, what does a wild Doran look and act like? That makes me curious.
Well, as I said, you think you're the dominant species. There's always something that could take you out, whether you know
always
it or not.
A bigger fish.
But yeah,
Happy May the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also Feliz Cinco de Mayo. But yeah, no. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Yeah, so she's a horsefly with penguins on her arms. And she gets murked by Saga. Like, we didn't mention too much about Saga, but like basically that's Taiga's not his Fangire form, his rider form, because like his Kiva is Saga, and it has like all these Ouroboroses on its head, and
some people have commented on me that's like, well, how does this rider fit with the rest? Because while we understand that there's Kivat and everyone else, like all the other riders have had like a bat motif, but it's like, where is this thing's like a disc? And then you kind of do, it's like a UFO kind of bat that doesn't really talk, just make little R2D2 noises.
Yeah, I mean, it does speak in a language that we don't understand.
Yeah, exactly, like R2.
Yeah, and so like his special attack, it's like he can basically create this sort of rapier whip thing out of his little like flute thing that he uses to transform, and like he basically like jabs it through the body of his opponent, and then like he flies all the way up to like a Kivat symbol, and then comes back down to sort of resembling a hanging, except instead of having it around your neck, it's around your waist. But then it's like explode.
Yeah, you're still getting ripped in half, either or. I mean, I can understand why they didn't put it around the neck,
Yeah.
But
too intense for Japanese censors. Even for Japanese kids, a hanging is bad.
Yeah, it's, as we all know, the situations that have gone in Japan and how common certain events do happen. I'm like, let's not put that. Let's not. Even so, it's like, even Japan's got its like, we're not gonna show that.
Yeah, there's certain lines we won't cross. That's why we put Black Sun on Amazon instead of TV Asahi. Because can you imagine a Japanese kid around age 7 watches episode 7 of Black Sun? The less I say about Black Sun, episode 7, the better.
Yeah.
Like if you know,
you know. you know.
Yeah, but yeah, real quick. For Oliver Johnson. Okay, now we're done. Okay, but yeah, so he marks both turtle and horsefly very easily, and he's like, "Oh, Kiva is fighting a Vanguard. Let's see how strong he really is." So then he summons an Inspire from Bayonetta. Although, like those things look very much like Inspire from Bayonetta, and it's really hard to tell like which one ripped the other off, because while Kiva did air in 2008, while Bayonetta came out in 2009, it does take a certain amount of time to actually make a video game, so it's hard to tell who ripped whom off. It's like Snickers versus Baby Ruth. By the way, I prefer Baby Ruth.
I don't know that you're now we're going into fighting sides, Mike.
Yeah.
It's
like I mean, those two candy bars are identical in terms of list of ingredients: nougat, caramel, peanuts, chocolate. Same 4 ingredients. Then you have Milky Way versus Mars. Nougat, caramel, chocolate.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, but the point is, it's like, I'm curious, like, how far along the creative process one ripped the other off, or they just concurrently came up with the same design. But yeah, no, and so in the same instance where, well, sujet wise, the same time where Otoya is doing his prayer song on his violin in episode 35. Wataru also plays the same prayer song, which causes him to like turn into his dragon Fangire form.
That just even so, I was like, wait, oh yeah, that's right. It just triggers it. We don't know why, it just does.
Yeah. So it's some kind of emotional fever thing. Even like Wataru's negative emotions, what caused the bloody rose to crack open, and and like he does spend the episode repairing it. So I'm like, oh, thank goodness you know how to repair your dad's violin, because like I don't know what would happen if you did not have that ability. But also with that in mind, if you know how to repair it, then surely you know how to replicate it.
That would be the most logical thing, but apparently you can't. But
if like Biosyn can reverse engineer Jurassic Park embryos, which they never did, but if they could.
But then again, even so, whether it be Biosync or Engine, what you guys created were not actual dinosaurs.
Yeah,
what you created was
dinosaur.
You pretty much
frog hybrids.
Yeah,
probably some mosquito cross contaminated in there, because
you basically pissed in God's eye. That's pretty much it. Because I'm like, there's no yeesh. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so we have that moment happening, and also what's his name? Kengo is total dick in these 2 episodes.
Yeah,
he takes the Ixa buckle and he tries to go all Jason Alexander on Mio from Pretty Woman.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, like Jason Alexander's character from Pretty Woman. He basically tried to do that thing. I'm like, bro, you didn't just backstab your bro. You backstab your bros, bro.
It's just, I don't even know. I don't know why. I get it, but I'm like, why did the head of Blue Sky just? No, we're giving it to Kengo. We're giving it to why?
It's like Tommy becoming the leader of the Power Rangers. It's like, I get that you became the White Ranger, but why are you the leader now?
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's complete bull. Like, again, writing in a kids show in the 90s. I'm like, yeah, clearly no one proofread this, but whatever.
Yeah, and it's like so like Wataru like tries to stop that fight, and it's like so I'm like, oh look at you, you're with your ex best friend from your childhood, ex best friend from the present, and your ex girlfriend, three
Mm-hmm.
exes,
Three
all in
X's
one
on.
place. And we do have that funny scene with the Nago like trying to get like one of those gashapon fortune tellers, and it's like bad luck, bad luck. It's like, oh, I got tiny good luck. It's like really bad luck. I'm like, Nago,
Mm-hmm.
stop pushing your luck.
Yeah, Nago, stop. Stop. Take a minute and relax because I know you lost Ixa again. Seriously, this suit gets passed around to everybody. It's like, yeah, well, Kango's probably gonna fuck it up anyway. You'll get it back.
Yeah,
So
it's not a question of if, but when.
yeah, you're gonna get it back. I mean, Kango's probably gonna burn himself out on that
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah. It's like hope, like we can only hope that he's gonna get stomach cramps worse than Otoya in the bathroom.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, episode 36. Here we go. We're almost done here. Not much happens. All we know is Mio gets attacked by a rat Fangire. Gee, I wonder who summoned that.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it called? Kiva tries to fight it. Saga's like, hey, there's Kiva. May as well fight him. And they fight each other. And of course, Saga narrowly defeats it, but Kiva escapes. Wataru demorphs, finds Mio waking up from her unconsciousness. She's like, Wataru, I don't love Taiga. It's you I want to be with. And who is there to hear in on that conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I'm like, and she had to say it so loud. I'm like, honey, I don't think all of Tokyo and Nerima heard you. Keep saying it louder. We can hear it from Hokkaido.
I was gonna say Hokkaido.
I'm like, oh my god, and of course, yeah, like, oh, just this girl, I swear, this, wow, just oh my god.
It's like I'm just imagining Taiga say, "I love Mio so much, and you are my best friend. Now let's go eat, huh?"
Yeah, I don't know. Taiga's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, obviously.
Yeah, like he took it just about as well as Wataru took it.
Yeah, but it's kind of like I'm like, did you not know, or has it not hit you that they have like this has been going on before you even appeared on the show, and you're
Yeah,
trying to like,
before you had that long hair
yeah,
hanging out with the
yeah.
Yeti.
Yeah, it's kind of like, did you not realize that this was the person that Watsuri was talking about and what Mia was heavily thinking about? It's like way before you showed up. Like, do you not realize that she's been two-timing you for him, but he is guilty, but not.
It's like look, man, a lot of the problems from Feist could have been solved with just communicating things between characters. This no, like communicating's not enough. Y'all need therapy.
Yeah, y'all need Jesus. You really do.
And Buddha.
It's like, oh god, I'm just like these 4 episodes all in total could have been like the episode of a soap opera. Like
Yeah.
that, it could have been that because what was happening in '86 compared to what was happening, I'm like, okay, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Both sides are just like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? We're hating on specific characters right now. In '86, it's Otoya with his train of thought, and now in '08, it's literally Mio all the way. But Mio is just like unsufferable. Just oh god.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like thinking back on it, it's like it makes me look back at Decade. It's like okay, look, in Decade when Mio shows up and she's about to get married to Apollo guy. So I was like, you know what? Like I can't believe this is happening. I thought you were supposed to be our dream girl, like our gothy dream girl with like the added eyeliner, but now I'm like rewatching Mio and Kiva, and I'm like, you know what? You can have Apollo guys. You're perfect for each other. Yeah. I don't like either of you. And like when we get to Decade, believe me, I'm gonna go off, but not as badly as I'm gonna go off in about a few weeks from now. 2 weeks, I think.
Brace yourself for that.
Yeah, so there's that. And the episode ends with us going back to 86. Where I forgot to mention so in episode 35, because of the emotion swell, there's like a crack in a wall that Ricky finds, and there's like a sword hidden inside one of the castle walls. Watcher tries to pull a sword out, he can't pull it out. It's like, what is this sword? It's probably looking for its new master. And then in 86 we find a black cloaked figure with the sword adorned to his back. And he walks into the throne room and they say, Kingo. Chikai! Kamen Rider Kiva!
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are.
That is it. That is all it right there in a nutshell.
That's it. Any last thoughts on these 4 episodes before we go into our scores?
No, I think we've said everything we needed to say.
Same. Great choreography. I like some of the kaiju fights in this cluster of episodes, but god damn it, like, okay, I respect the whole Otoya and Maya thing being a slow burn. I like that. It's like, yeah, hot for teacher. I get it, but like Mio is just insufferable. If I wanted to watch The Room, I would watch The Room. I have it on DVD. It's autographed by Robin Paris and Tommy Wiseau himself. Like I have the movie on DVD. I don't need to watch it with a vampire coat, but here we are, Mio being like, what is this? The candles, the music, the sexy stained glass tattoos. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with 9. Let's see, 9, 8, 10, 7.
Yeah, the last one of these 4 was the weakest one, so that's definitely like a 6 right there.
Yeah,
because again, we haven't really hit that dramatic part yet of it. Like shit is going down. It's not hit the fan yet.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, it seems like it, but no, it's gonna get worse. Again, everything on 86 was the main focus. Obviously, like, Jiro comes back, they define, they start realizing about the hidden weapon inside Castle Dora. They go with the whole, like, what is going on with Otoya. It's that, which again, I give them all like at least an 8 for 86, but like a 7 and a 6 for 08.
See, that's the thing. Like for me, like 86 was not the focus here. It was 2008 all the way. That was the focus. But the thing is, the 86 stuff was just better written. So that's the part I cared more about.
Yeah.
Expect more flip-flopping from here on, folks, for the 2008 side, obviously. So it's like, I want to be asleep for the 2008 parts. But yeah, here we go. Let us know what you guys in the comments had to say. Long live the king. Long live the king. Be prepared for I am a fangire. Be prepared for fantabulous grooves. Is that a Lion King reference you did? Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me try doing it. Be prepared for I am a fangire. Be prepared for fantabulous grooves. You're not wrong though.
It is from the song Be Prepared.
Yeah.
It is like
Otoya, like he did Otoya, like when he played violin for Maya in episode 36. That's like the singular part I actually liked about that entire episode because, yeah, like that song brings me to tears.
Yep.
When we get to a certain later episode, you'll understand why. Yeah. Keep it up, guys. You're so close to the end of the arc. Yeah. I mean, I'd say we're halfway through the arc.
Yeah, this is usually the dramatic part of it. It's just like, there's a lot of fat to chew here, but we're almost there.
Yeah. Triple Oak Tracy says, "This is why I hate Mia." Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Cute girl, sweet actress. Apparently has done a lot, but goddamn, she really sold it. Yeah, she sold this character to me. I'm like, wow, I don't hate you, but
it's like watching It's like having your first exposure to the show Shameless. Be like those clips on social media where it's like they show you like a 5-minute clip from the show at various random points throughout its 11 seasons, and the first clip you ever see, thus being your first exposure to Shameless, was from the season 9 episode where what's her name, Fiona, is like talking smack to that one customer being allergic to eggs. It's like oh yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's what I really want. Customers are allergic to food. I'm like, I hate this woman.
Yeah.
It's like sure, like the character's a great character in the first 8 seasons. It's just like, if this 5-minute clip is the only exposure you have to the character, you're gonna draw assumptions, and Mio makes me hate her that much. I also hate how Taiga is being supportive.
Yeah, what the hell, Taiga? I'm just like, are you slow, or are you just...
It's like, who's this guy who stole your girlfriend? I will kill him myself.
Then go hang yourself, man.
Using your own Saga driver.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. I swear it's the room. It's the room.
It's the room. It really is.
Yeah. Lol, I'm not gonna date my 14-year-old mommy.
No. I would date her now, but not when she was a 14-year-old mommy. Like, definitely not.
Yeah, no, like I'd rather date her when she's a 31-year-old mommy.
Yeah, she actually, surprisingly, she is about to turn 31, I think.
Yeah. No, I think she's 31 now.
Could be, because I know there's like a 5-year difference between me and her. So could be.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's like, it's like, I thought we dropped the whole I have a crush on Wataru thing, like in the previous cluster of episodes. It's like, I have accepted that I'm gonna be his mommy and take care of him. Like now you just made it worse.
Now you're just being pity. Now you're just like, you're trying to be a pick me.
Yeah, it's like,
and
it's
that
like
is so beneath you, honey.
It's like how Deke tried to. Well, I don't think it was Deke, but definitely not Funimation. When they had Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. It's like, oh, we can't have 2 of the Sailor Scouts be lesbians. Let's turn them into lesbian cousins.
Yeah, that's so much better, right? So much
better. You just heard something that's quote unquote bad, and I'm not saying being lesbians bad. I'm saying it's like. It's bad for the censors.
You took something that could easily have been dodged and just put a target on it.
Yeah, and then you made it worse. So now they're not just lesbian; they're also lesbian and incestuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you made it worse.
Yeah.
You made it worse. Yeah. So, well, that's it for the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share our videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified of our latest videos. All that stuff helps us out with the algorithms. We do Ultraman Tiga on Mondays. We only have the 4 episodes and a movie left to go, so we're almost done with that. On Wednesdays, Kamen Rider Gotchard. Here we go. Thursdays, Bakage Sentai Boom Boomger. We're starting a new arc. Yay! And because like the first one ended on such a high note, and then on Sundays we got more Kamen Rider Kiva, aka awesome drama, combined with The Room on two different time periods. So
it's
there's that.
superheroes and their dating lives.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that, and if you enjoy watching that, like definitely check us out and let your friends know about us. And also check out our other channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews, video game news, etc. For the month of May, we're going to be doing the Shrek franchise. We're going to do the 4 Shrek movies in honor of the 20th anniversary of Shrek 2, which in my opinion is the best of the Shrek movies. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you want to check out our personal content, you can find this guy down
over at IGN at the Sun Prince. So I'll just post my own regular stuff and just my local adventures. Commissions are welcome and fair.
Yep, and you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. And yeah, I just posted some reels commemorating some personal benchmarks, so definitely check me out on that. And with all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay hydrated, update emergency kits, hug your loved ones. If you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo as of the time of this recording, please be sure to drink responsibly, because we want you guys to get home safe so you can enjoy more tokusatsu content on our channels and just enjoy your family and friends and all that other stuff. And may the 4th be with you, even if it has passed yesterday. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.